Sounds good. Hey guys, it's practice 14 in spring. Could you recap what all has happened and playing at guard, what it's meant to you, or what it's been like, and recap the offense for us?
Yeah, a lot of growth. That's been the biggest thing, and just kind of seeing people step up, rise up, and for me playing guard, it's been a lot of learning. Moving inside is kind of something that I wanted to do, and it's been really hard, because you're moving from tackle, you got a lot of space, to now you're moving inside, and everything's happening bam, bam, bam. And so, just kind of getting comfortable in that spot, learning how to pull and being a guard. And so it's been a lot of learning, but it's been a lot of fun because, I'm learning something new and just trying to get better each and every day.
Larry, from your vantage point, what have y'all got done this spring?
Oh, man, we've got a lot done as a defense this spring. Like I told you guys at the beginning of the spring, one thing we wanted to work on is just getting everybody on the same page, get that communication and everybody rolling. And now we just flying around playing fast, having fun back there.
Two-parter. You used some 3-3-5 the other day. I want to get your thoughts on that. And then what all exactly positions can you play?
Larry Worth, for one, he could play every position on the field, in the back end and on the second level. So on that 3-3-5, I definitely love it, switching up, giving offense a different look. So I feel like that's a great thing.
Larry, last year you were kind of one of the guys, and this year you're kind of the guy back there as far as people counting on you and stuff. You feel like your leadership's really taken another step this spring?
I would definitely say my leadership has taken another step. That was one thing I wanted to focus on this off season, which is getting all the guys on the same page, get everybody on the same boat. Now we got this ship just rocking going forward.
Fernando, last year you played tackle. This year, like you said, you've moved inside. But how's the other guys like Corey, Kittler, and the newcomers, Shaq, those guys, you feel like they've really taken a lot of steps since the first spring, 14 practices later?
They've taken huge steps, coming in from that first practice, obviously a new playbook for them and a lot of learning for them, but they all learned really quick. And, Corey is a special talent. That guy can pass, protect his butt off, and so I'm really excited to play next to him. And Kittler, he has this dog mentality, and so, I really just love the growth in between those two. And then Shaq is just kind of that, he's going to be our glue guy. And he's really showing tremendous growth and just kind of his mental, he's a younger guy, but, he's starting to realize, I'm about to be playing on Saturdays and I got to really lock in. And so you've just kind of seen him grow that mindset of like, what, this is going to be my life and let me lock in. And so it's been really fun to see being an older guy and watching that younger guy kind of just grow each and every day.
You've shown versatility, but so has Amarian Harris, playing both spots. You got Kobe Branham coming back. Can this line, I don't know if you like to compare, but can this line be better than it was last year, in your opinion?
It will be better than it was last year, and I know that for a fact. Just the way the group is, the way we've meshed, in these 15 practices, and just the depth that we have. E can move in and out. Kobe coming back, having that knowledge. Caden bringing in Corey, bringing in Shaq, having Keyshawn come back for another year. A lot of the freshmen coming in. These guys are stepping up, playing great ball, learning the offense really fast. It's been amazing. This group has really grown, from what I came into last year to what we are now. It's a whole 360 and, it's a whole 180 of the group that we had last year.
Larry, Selman Bridges and the other guys back there in the back end, the cornerbacks, do you feel like they're taking a giant step since they know they're going to get to play? Last year they were kind of buried there. Singletary and them, do you feel like they've taken some steps forward?
I would say all those guys have took a tremendous leap from practice one, even from just last week. Like every practice, those guys are taking a tremendous leap. And like he was just saying with those guys, like they understand like there's not the next man up. Like you got to play right now. We need guys that can play right now. All of them are starting to buy in and understand that it's not just a two-man rotation. We need everybody, So all those guys are definitely taking a tremendous step.
You guys are both portal additions last year. Larry, you came late. Fernando, you were early. I was wondering, with it being open now, are you guys kind of keeping your eye out for different players that are popping in, or what kind of involvement do you have with that?
Yeah, I don't have too much involvement right now. Obviously, like, if the coach is like, hey, I want you to reach out to this guy, help me recruit this guy, I'm going to be on it right away. Because at the end of the day, this is the SEC, and this is the best of the best, and that's who we want to come in. And, like I said, being in the SEC, we're going to get beat down. We're going to need everybody, from the 1s to the 2s to the 3s to the 4s. We're going to need everybody. So, whenever they ask for help in the portal, we're going to be there. But as of right now, we're just kind of laying back and seeing how it all shakes out.
I would kind of say my involvement is the same as Fernando's. Like, I'm not really involved, but if they need any way I can make the halls better, I'm going to do that. So that's what I would say.
Just a question for both of you. I was wondering if there's a certain player on the team, if you could pick a guy out who maybe you didn't have high expectations for, or maybe you didn't know anything about, who has really either progressed in a huge way or has just really surprised you. It doesn't have to be offensive line or secondary, just maybe somebody you're going against or offensive line or secondary, just your pick.
I got mine for sure. I would say one guy, it's not that I didn't have high expectations for him, I just didn't know what they expect. I would say Mike Washington, the running back, for sure. Like, I give, like, that's one of the, like, people have to practice, I just have to dap him up. It's one of those practice. So, like, Mike is one of those running backs, man, I have to, like, strap up for real. I got to put a mouthpiece in, put some more air in my helmet, like, for real. Like, if I don't come correct with Mike, I'm getting embarrassed. So I definitely, like, I truly appreciate Mike. He's definitely made me better this spring, and I can't wait to see what he do in the fall.
Yeah, I think for me, Ian Gaffard and then Danny, I don't know what his last name is, but those two guys have stepped up in a huge way. Obviously, we had E.G., Cam's hurt right now, and E.G. took off for the draft. And those guys have, really stepped up into that, that starting role and showed like, hey, I'm here to play, and I'm gonna play my best ball. And they've shown me like, hey, I need to bring my A game every single day. And it's been great for me because I've been growing, they've been growing, and we've just been getting better together.
Another guy I will also say, too, that I just thought about, too, on the offensive side is Raylan Sharp, the receiver. He's shifty, he's quick, so he is another one of them you got to bring an A game, but you can't take a play off with him. So I like that versatility that he brings to the offense, for sure.
Larry, obviously being a late addition last year, looking back on it, just maybe what were the challenges of not being here last spring compared to this year?
Only challenge I would say is you have to pick up on everything a lot quicker. I didn't have that spring to actually like pick up on things, so mine was summer workouts. I really didn't have time to get really close with the guys, it was just straight bam, bam, bam. I'm in the fall. So now with me being able to settle down and slow down, everything's like slowing down for me, and I'm just having fun now at this point.
And then, Fernando, for you, Rodney came in late last year, and then, you talked about all the meshing and how the team's closer together this year. Can you maybe learn something from, having Rodney come in late last year with the inevitable turnover that's going to happen, at some point?
Most definitely. It's going to be, we're going to get a lot of new guys, or we're going to get some guys, and the biggest thing being leaders, me and Larry and some of the other leaders, is we're going to have to bring them in with open arms and, show them what the culture is here and what the standard is. And so that's just kind of the biggest thing, is these guys coming from different schools. They have different standards, different cultures, and, bringing them in with open arms, but also showing them, there's a standard that you're going to be upheld to. And, if you live up to that standard, then we're going to ride with you and you're going to ride with us.
A couple more 3-3-5 questions for you guys. I know, Larry, last year you guys did that, but it kind of was having a third safety on the field. This year it's a lot more of that third linebacker with Shaw. Is there anything different when it goes from maybe you being the third safety to now a third linebacker on the field in that formation?
It really doesn't change much. It's just kind of like giving the offense a different look, just putting different bodies in different spots. And I would feel the reason we can do that now this year is I feel like we're more talented. We have more pieces so we can move guys around a lot more.
And Fernando, going up against that formation, I know the defense did it a lot on Saturday in the scrimmage. What are some things that make it difficult? Are there, any things you think like the defense really needs to work on when they go to that 3-3-5?
Yeah, there's not really much to work on. They played us hard Saturday, and as an offense, we didn't have the performance we wanted to. But I think just kind of the way they're able to disguise blitzes and bring stuff off the edge that these safeties are kind of rotating, you don't even see it, and it just happens like that. And that's just kind of T. Will's defense is. It's a lot of different looks, and then the blitzes come at you, and it's really a lot on the offensive line eyes because we're looking up, we're trying to see what's going on. And it's like, man, it just seems like chaos sometimes, but that's what makes them special, and that's what makes the defense kind of run.
you guys have had, I guess, 13 practices now with Madden, Yamaliava. What's he like off the field? You know, we've seen him, you know, on the field, the arm's impressive, but what's he like in the locker room around the guys and everything?
Coolest person, the most laid back person you'll ever meet, ever. He's young, he's having fun, you know, but he's a great kid, doesn't cause any trouble at all. And like you said, that's off the field, but on the field, he's not afraid to sling the ball. He's not afraid to make his reads at all. Great kid.
Yeah, off the field, he's been amazing. Being a West Coast guy, I wanted to introduce myself to him first and just kind of get in front of him. And he's been amazing. You know, he just wants to soak in everything. He's trying to learn every single day from Taylor Green. And you know, on the field, he's a tremendous competitor. And I think I said this maybe in my last interview is, you know, even if he's not playing, he's in the back making down the reads, doing the check downs, and it's like that kind of mindset. It's like this kid's gonna go far, and yeah, he's gonna be a baller here.
Do you recognize that laid back personality Larry's talking about as a California thing?
Yeah, a little bit. I think definitely, and I think that's why we kind of hit it off so much at the beginning. Is, you know, we kind of matched the same vibe, and you know, I was really appreciative to have another West Coast guy in the locker room with me.
We were talking a little bit before y'all first came in about the weather on Saturday. Are y'all kind of keeping an eye on that? Are y'all hopeful that you'll be able to get in front of the fans and stuff?
Most definitely. These are our last spring games, and, you know, we owe it back to you guys. You know, you guys don't get football for another few more months, and we want to show you guys the product that we've been working on for these last 14 practices. And we want to show you guys what we have in, you know, our arsenal and what it's going to look like next year, because I think you guys are going to be happy with the product that we have on the field.
And then also on Saturdays we don't get to choose the weather, so we don't really care about the weather that we go out there and play in. But I feel like he said, we owe it to the fans. And then another thing too, you just never know what fan you're going to encounter. Like, you never know what little kid day you're going to make. So just being able to get out in front of them and have fun with those kids and give them like a lifelong memory, that means a lot.